Hey everyone, Kay here from myyogaplayground.com, and in today's video we are going to look at the different kinds of props that we need to be able to practice restorative yoga. And restorative yoga is a practice that can allow us to de-stress, decompress, and even deal with symptoms of stress, anxiety, depression, any of the mood disorders. So I hope that you'll listen along and see what kind of props that we can use to actually practice this wonderful yoga practice called restorative yoga. Now, a lot of these props that I'm going to show you today, we can actually use some props that we have at home or household items that we already have. So don't feel like you have to actually rush out and buy everything that I'm going to show you here today. It can get a little bit expensive right off the bat. So maybe start collecting a few things here and there. As I go through some of the items that I have here today, I will mention what it is that you can use that you'll likely just have at your home. So one of the things that we can use in a yoga practice, a restorative yoga practice, is a chair. Now most of us already have a kitchen chair that we can use at home. The type of chair that I like to use in a restorative yoga practice for the poses that do need it, not all poses need it, is a nice folding chair. We can easily put it away and fold it out. And the nice thing with a folding chair is most of them don't have a back here. And I would highly recommend that, so that oftentimes what we do is we lay on our backs here, our legs come up here, and then the feet can poke through the back. So it's nice to have a chair that doesn't have a back. You can actually buy specialized yoga chairs for restorative yoga, but just a simple chair like this that you can get at your hardware store, department store, and even online on Amazon would be perfectly fine. So that's one of the props that we need for a restorative yoga practice, but again, not for every single pose. One of the main items that you'll want for your restorative yoga practice are some yoga blankets. Now you'll see here, I have 5, I think I have a few more lying around in my home. And now the yoga blankets are nice and thick. A lot of people call them Mexican blankets, and they have a really nice weave to them. You don't need to have a special yoga blanket to be able to do this. If you have other blankets around your home, you can definitely use that. And a lot of times you'll want more than one. So you'll see I have 5 here. You probably need at least 2 for yourself for your practice. Many of the poses will require you to have some blankets. We use them to either cover ourselves, to provide some support under our joints and our bones. So it's really good to be able to have those. Now with the blankets, there's certain ways to fold them as well. And you'll be able to see in another video that I'm going to put out how to actually fold a yoga blanket for a restorative yoga practice. There's several ways to fold it depending on what we need it for. So that's number 2 item that we need for our practice. Another item that you might want to get is a yoga strap. So again, I'll put some links beneath this video of where you can purchase these if you want to. A yoga strap is probably 6 feet long. You can use a necktie, you could use a long towel, or any sort of strap at all. It doesn't have to be an exact yoga strap, so if you don't have a yoga strap on hand or don't have the funds to go buy one just yet, you can just make do with whatever type of strap that you can find around the house. Number 3 item that you'll need, and that you need for most of your yoga practices, not always necessary of course, but always provide some nice cushioning underneath your body, is a yoga mat. Again, don't worry about buying the most expensive yoga mat out there. If you are strictly going to be doing a restorative yoga practice, you might want to get a yoga mat that's a little bit thicker. But if you're also going to be doing other forms of yoga, sometimes a thick mat doesn't provide as much support and stability when you're standing up. So keep that in mind whenever you are purchasing your yoga mat. But again, you can buy those just about anywhere at the department store. Not necessarily the most expensive or best quality ones there, but you'll definitely find something that will make do and hold you over. And of course, you can buy some really nice ones online as well, or in some specialty shops. Another item and items that we always see in our restorative yoga practices are bolsters. Now, bolsters are simply pillows that are shaped differently, and they're usually quite sturdy. They provide some cushioning, but when you drape your leg over it, for example, it's not going to smush all the way down. Now, we have different sizes and shapes of our bolsters. The ones that I have here with me are a rectangular bolster, and you'll often see them used like this, where you can prop your body over it. There's so many different ways you could prop your leg over it, but that is definitely one type of bolster that if you are purchasing a bolster that you'll want to get. There are different lengths, so if you have a very short torso, you'll probably want a regular size one. If you have a really long torso, chances are you're going to want a longer one. The cylindrical bolsters are really nice, and they're kind of nice if you're going to lay your back over them or even prop your legs over them so that this is placed underneath your knees. So that's another shape that you can get. And again, they come in different sizes as well. Now, if you don't have the funds to go ahead and buy bolsters just yet, you can simply use pillows and cushions that you have around your home. So if you had a couple of bed pillows, you might need a couple of them to provide the same support that this would, but just gather up all your pillows and cushions and make do when you're following along in my restorative yoga videos, where I'm going to teach you how to do all of the different poses. All right, so let's put these back. And finally, and I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting, but this is the majority of what you're going to need for any of the videos that I'm going to put out there. You'll want some yoga blocks. Let's take these little weights out of the way here. So just some standard yoga blocks. Again, you can get these anywhere. You might want, well, they usually come in packs of 2, so 2 of them will be fine. And just the foam or cork ones are perfectly fine, whatever you find out there. And we use those as well to help prop our bodies up in certain ways so that we can really relax into our poses. So restorative yoga is all about relaxation. We hold the poses anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes each, and a class will actually only have about 5, 6, maybe 7 poses in them, and really focus on letting go and finding relaxation in our bodies and our minds. I hope that you've enjoyed this and that it helps you decide on what you need to get for your yoga practice, your restorative yoga practice. Again, you can have all kinds of things just from your home. Don't go out there and buy everything that you see here. Just pick at it and get your things that you need over time. So my name is Kay. MyYogaPlayground.com is where you can find me, and make sure to follow the entire series for restorative yoga. Namaste.